Jeff Miller, and welcome to the Berks Career and Technology Center, the East Campus, and the Carpentry Shop. I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about the Carpentry program. It's very possible that your son or daughter might be looking at a program here at BCTC, and we'd like to inform you of what opportunities are here for them. I'd like to let you know what your son or daughter will be doing if they decide to come into the Carpentry program. It's set up to be a 3-year program. When they come in as a level 1, they'll be starting out to learn hand tools, we'll move on to portable power tools, and then the larger woodworking machinery out in the shop. By the time they're level 2, we'll start building and learning about framing and getting ready to go to our student-built house project. By the time they hit 3rd level, they're kind of branching into different areas of construction. Maybe they're favoring the rough framing, maybe they'd like to do the trim work, maybe they even want to move into some of the cabinetry type work. So those are kind of the 3 phases that we move through over that 3-year period. Some of the other things that I want to talk about that I think you might be interested in is what kind of job opportunity is out there right now for young people in the construction trades. I can tell you that right now I cannot produce students fast enough for the employers. Construction workers, skilled construction workers are in high demand. It's a high priority, high demand job market right now. They can command a pretty good price. What kind of opportunity would they have? What might they be doing? Well, they might be doing anything from starting out as a carpenter, maybe moving up to a foreman position, running the crew. Later on, maybe they'll want to go into business for themselves. I have many past graduates that now have their own companies and hire my students. So there is an awful lot of opportunity out there. Other opportunities, of course, would be go into the Carpenters Union, which I have a number of students that work in the local. So there's all kind of opportunity out there for them, and they are commanding a good price if they are talented and skilled labor. So a lot of opportunity out there. I want to talk about some other things that some of my students have done. Maybe you want to go on to some further education. Many of my students will go on to a trade college such as Thaddeus Stevens, Penn College of Technology, Triangle Tech, Williamson Free Trade. So there's a number of trade schools if they would like to continue their education, get an associate or maybe even a BS degree, mostly looking at the opportunity to be a project manager someday. Some of the other things that I want to point out that we do here, that students have the opportunity to do, and we highly encourage it, is there's a number of opportunities that they'll have to be in clubs. The 2 clubs that most of the construction workers will join, the main one is the Pennsylvania Builders Club. I have a very good connection. I've been the advisor for the PA Builders Club ever since its inception here at Berks. We have a very nice communication with our local builders. Most of them get to know my students by the time they graduate. Many of them have a job offer by that time. We'll be involved with many activities through the PBA Club throughout the year, anywhere from going to visit Toll Brothers, which we've had the opportunity to invite to do the last couple of years, to doing the Builder Show, the Spring and Garden Show over at the Crown Plaza, to speaking at the election of officers for our local HBA. So the communication there and connection is very tight with the builders, so that's great for moving into a job position. I also want to plug the Skills USA program. Each year we have Skills USA here at BCTC, and that is also a wonderful opportunity for young people to get involved in. Anything that we can do to get extracurricular activity going for our students is all great. So we definitely encourage that as well. I think I've covered a lot of the opportunities that they will have while they're here at BCTC, thereafter if they decide to go into the field, the world of work, or if they want to go to further education. I guess one of the things that I want to share with you, which is kind of the pride and joy and one of the wonderful experiences that your son or daughter will have here at BCT, is our student built house project. And that's where I've been spending most of my time. Right now, I'll show you a shot here of the current house that we're building. We just finished a home over at the Career Court, which is the actual subdivision for BCTC. We put our 3rd house on the subdivision. We're now starting our 4th. The home that you're looking at is the home that we're currently framing. Has some nice features, a unique home, as all of them are we have built. I've been very fortunate to be part of the house building project since its inception. This will be my 22nd home with the students. So that's kind of been neat. It's kind of where the rubber meets the road, and they get over. We do a lot here with theory and some hands-on out in the shop, but when you get over onto the job site, there's no better experience for our young people than being there experiencing the live hands-on work. I just want to finish up by saying I'd like to take you out into the shop here. We're in the theory room right now, where we'll do a lot of our theory lessons and so on. But I would like to take you out into the shop just to show you our shop area and what's available to young people there, as well as pretty much my classroom, which is the house project. So I'll meet you out in the shop. Hey, welcome back. We're now out in the carpentry shop here at the East Campus. And I just wanted to take you and walk you through to show you where your son or daughter will be working if they're here in their classroom setting. Just a few things here at this counter. I wanted to show you there's some level 1 projects. These are some of the nice things that they'll make. This one here gives them many of the different hand tool skills of measuring, reading the blueprint, sawing, planing, running screws in, keeping them flush, and starting to build their quality, as we also not only cover the rough part of the house, but we also do the trim work, hanging doors, crown molding, and so on. So we try to build that quality, those quality features into their hands-on experience here in the shop. As we move along, this is kind of the designated first level area over here that I have, and you can see we start out with tool identification. These are the tool boards that I have. These tool boards also serve a great purpose when a student is ready to take his NOCTI testing, because there is a part in NOCTI that also requires tool identification. So that's really a neat board to have, and it's really a great reference to use for the young people to learn all of their hand tools, as well as the different saw blades, wrenches, drill bits, and so on. Moving around through the shop, normally, if we weren't over framing a house, I'd have 2 rather large homes built right here in the shop. But due to our stringent schedule this year, we're pretty much, the house project is my classroom right now. So, and of course, many of the classes at this point are being taught virtually. It's kind of an unusual year for all of us. We're hoping that eventually we'll be able to get back to normal, and I think we'll all look forward to that time. One of the things I'm excited about too, I'm noticing here the aluminum grate. I'll also be teaching the guys how to do capping, aluminum covering. Of course, anything we can do today to make our home maintenance free is great, because nobody wants to paint anymore. So I will be also teaching them bending coil stock and doing the aluminum work. Here's something I'm kind of excited about. I've just got a new setup here for the students to be using machinery-wise. And so we're very fortunate that the builders recommended putting together this collage here of machines. We have a brand new planer, a new joiner, and I have 2 of the saw stops, which is some of the latest technology out there in the market that I'll be teaching your son or daughter. So that's like awesome. I'm very excited about that, to have that as an addition to the shop. I also have the 2 larger chop saws, which come in handy today. The days of, if you know anything about woodworking and radial arm saw, they're out, and now most of the builders are using the larger chop saws for cross cutting and so on. So I hope I've been informative. I hope that I've answered all your questions. And like I say, the construction market is a great one. We are America's builders, and I know that I need to keep producing them and putting out a good quality student, because the builders are pleading with me to hire you. So if you're thinking about construction for a career, whichever construction area it might be, I can tell you you'll be positioned well for a good future and lifestyle. Okay, thank you so much. It was nice sharing with you, and I hope to see you out here at the Career Center.
For more information about this program, please visit the program page at www.brookscareer.com.